to my very first YouTube video. I finally decided to take the step and do it. Do something that I've been thinking for a long time now, and I just was not brave enough to do it. So today's the day. I just kind of like did it, and I want to start with I want my very first video to be a flip through of one of my mini albums that I create for my son, for my family, to document all my pictures in memories and to keep them like in one single spot. And when I was kind of like starting on this process, I found really difficult to find videos on how to decorate and add pictures to this mini album. There's a bunch of ideas, a bunch of tutorials on how to create these mini albums, but not as many of them are actually explaining you how to add pictures, how to decorate them, how to make them serve the purpose that they were created for, which is of course to have pictures on them and to keep the pictures forever. So that's it. So now I decided to do it, to show you this mini album and just enjoy it with me, because I enjoyed so much doing it. I created this mini album a couple of years ago. It's nothing new, and of course any of these ideas are completely and totally mine. I got some ideas, like all of us, from Pinterest, from YouTube channels, from some other places, but this is actually the very first one that I created on my own, and not following like a full tutorial on how to create the whole mini album. Like, I grab ideas from here and there, and I came up with this final version of it, and I just love how it looks like. It's very chunky, which I love. I love mini albums that are very chunky, like very full and heavy and full of pictures, at a point that I feel like sometimes I add way too many pictures, but it's okay. Creativity, it doesn't have any limit, right? It's whatever you like, that's what it's good. So I remember that I saw this idea on Pinterest or somewhere else, and I really like how they were like overlaying like two pieces. This is chipboard pieces, like covered with scrapbook paper, and they just overlapped. Okay, also I use a lot of different collections. It's not actually like one single collection for it. It's just like any collection that was fitting and was like kind of like matching the color that I had, I use it. Like, I know this ephemera picture in here, this ephemera piece, it's from Alua Seed from Spain. She's a Spanish designer, and you're gonna see that in my entire album. I use a lot of Spanish and English words. I mix them up because Spanish is my first language, which you can tell probably by my accent. And that was another reason why I was not sure about creating this channel and sharing my passion and my creations, because I was not that confident with my English. But now I thought, what if I use it as a way to improve it and to get better, and to, just to get better at my English, which will be amazing. So, okay, so let's do it, and let me know if you will be interested on maybe like a tutorial how to create it, like step-by-step tutorial or something. I would love to do it, but I really want to know what your interest, guys, are on. Okay, so first I use this beautiful, I know this was like Joann's. Yeah, I got this piece of paper from Joann's. I mean, Joann's is not on the market anymore, but I have some paper on my stash still from them. This is Joann's. This is Michael's. Sorry, this is Hobby Lobby. The regular pieces. This is like a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, like an A4 size piece of paper from Hobby Lobby. I get a bunch of them because I use them a lot. Like, I love it because they go well with any single collection. Like, no matter what collection I have, they're gonna go well, and they're gonna kind of like pop up really cool. And then I just added, I think this is Hobby Lobby as well, just the regular black and white stripes for the back and the spine in here. And then I added a piece of chipboard in here that says como pasa el tiempo, which again is like a Spanish word, and the date, the name of my son and the date. Okay, I also added this kind of like ribbon to keep it closed, so when I put it on my shelf it's not like opening completely. And I just love the way that it looks and how like that detail that adds to the album. So let's go and do the first couple of pages. Okay, here on the very first and second one, you can see them all. Yeah, they're all framed. Okay, here on the first and second page, this one is just a pocket that I created. Again, I don't really know if it's a collection. If not, some of them I can remember, some of them I have no idea, but I know they were in my stash, but they don't belong together. Okay, I just kind of like put them together for this album. And then in here, so I added this pocket with this, it's like a 3x4 card that I printed at home. No, this is also ephemera from Aloha Seed as well. And then I just added, this is acetate paper with a picture of my son. I'm sorry for the glare. There it goes. And then just like some little details in there, because I mean the picture should be the one that it's like catching your attention. So like 3 different cards. You can also add something in the back. I did not. It was just a lot of pictures already, so I did not add anything in the back. What I did add was some magnets. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see. There it goes. So each of them have a magnet, and the magnets are in here as well. Okay, so the idea of this, because the pocket is very deep and very kind of like loose, the idea is to keep the pictures in place when I close the album, and they're not like falling off the album. And so, you know, they stay in there and they don't move, right? So that is the idea. In here, I just cut this piece of paper. It's like a 4x6, I believe so. I did some embossing on it, which is like pretty simple. I don't know if you can tell the embossing. It's just like little dots as an embossing in here and there. And then I just punched this 6 circles in there. Sorry, all the pictures are falling off now because of course I didn't do it well. So all of these pictures, all of this like little circle punch, I just punched up with a regular punch, and that's it. I added 3 mini pictures in here, and then 3 embellishments in here, and then just this phrase in here, which I feel like it just kind of like wraps as a first page of your album to kind of like show what is this gonna be about. And what else? The second and the third page, it's this flip which says hello sunshine. This is a rosette paper made out of, again, another piece of paper that I had over there, maybe scrap or something like that. And then I added this blue and white striped paper on both pages to make the match. And then in here, this is a flap, and then this flap has one more picture in here. Super simple. I kept it super simple. I just put this ephemera. I think I printed this at home. Like when I made this album, I didn't have a lot of ephemera pieces, or sometimes I just cannot find something that says what I want to say. So I created my own. I created my own ephemeras and printed out. And then I added this picture of my husband and my son, which I love. And then in here I added these other 3 pictures of him. Super cute, super lovely. Look at that smile. Oh my god, look at that hair and that smile. Okay, yeah, okay. And then in this page, it's 3 different photos, which you can do just 2 and maybe do like journaling on one of these pieces. I did not add any journaling, so this ephemera piece, and then 3 pieces just back up with some other ephemeras in there. I know this one has, yeah, this one is a tag because this is his 5th month. He was like turning 5 months in here, so I added this. I know this one is from Boho Baby collection. All of the tags, and some of these papers as well are from that collection. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's continue. And here you can see that I basically created like a layout, like a scrapbooking layout. When you do the 12 by 12, I did like a mini layout on a, like, this is 9 by 9, if I believe well. Let me double check. I think it's 9 by 9, but let me see. Yeah, sorry, this is 8.5 by 9 inches tall, and I just created like a mini layout, layering different pieces of ephemera, scrap paper, things here and there. I added some stitches as well. I used my sewing machine, if you can see here. Yeah, and then this one was on Boho Baby collection, and I just like fussy cut all around it and added as it was like a shelf on his room. This is like a baby room kind of. I just love the way that it looks. It's a little bit probably crowded, but I love it. I like it so much. In here I have a mini flap just to add like dimension and different sizes of paper. I like doing that when the pages are not evenly the same size and they're like different. I like that. So this is a picture of me and my son, which has also some like stitches in here with my sewing machine, in here and then in here, which look, I love the way that it looks. And then this is embossed. This is an embossed paper, which I didn't have this long paper for embossing. I had to do two, but then you can tell there's a line here that I covered with a picture, but it's okay. I love that way that it looks. And then I put a picture of me and my son in the front, and then my husband and my son in the back, and it's kind of the same picture, just him and I. Same thing, I added some stitches here and there, as you can tell, in here, and then in here. Yeah, I love the way that it looks. This is another mini layout. I just added one single picture in there with some ephemera, phrases, paper in the back, as well as some stitches to add dimension and kind of like interest to the picture here and then in here, as you can tell. And then this one, it's also a pocket page, as you can tell. So it's a huge old picture of him, super cute. I love it. I love this picture. And same thing, like all of this is gonna be repeated all across the album, as you can tell, the sewing stitches. And I even do it over the ephemera pieces. I do it for two reasons. Number one, to add interest, to add dimension, to add like textures to my pages. Number two, to secure them, so I know they're not going anywhere and they're gonna stay there forever. They're gonna stay put forever, and they're not, when you glue them, sometimes the glue, I don't know, you know, things happen and they might not stay forever. Okay, in the back there's another picture, kind of like the same idea, stitching some ephemera, little pieces here and there, but the picture is the main idea and the central idea of it. And then you put it in this pocket. With also, I added some ribbon as a pull out tab, so I know that there is like a pocket in there. When you flip, you have this page. You gotta tell that I have no problem using some pink in here and there, even if this is a boys album. I really don't mind. I feel like colors are colors, and both boys and girls are okay using them. I feel like we are the ones that put the problem where it's not, like they don't know about it. Okay, so I love this picture. I don't know, I had this pink and I love the way that it looks. And it has two flip pages in here, so you can see the two pictures. Now when I feel like we need to rest your eye and not having like a lot of pictures, like this picture, I wanted this picture to be the main focus of these two pages. Okay, so I wanted to stay like this because I love this picture, but I wanted to add these two pictures as well. So I added like kind of like inside of these flip pages, so they don't steal kind of like the focus of this one. Okay, same thing, stitching everywhere, as you can tell. Okay, so that's the same thing, stitching over here as well. Let me see if you can see it. Yep, there it goes. And now here, which again, this is the main focus of these 2 pages, I did basically the same, big picture, almost the size of the page, and then just layering pieces here and there to add some interest. This little bird in there that I love. Alrighty, and then in here, same thing. I basically create like mini layouts on each page. Some of them are a little bit more intricate and complicated than others, but it's kind of the same idea. I try to add dates. I don't add a lot of journaling, but I do add the date for it. So yeah, same thing. This piece of paper is embossed as well as the other one that you saw previously on the previous page. And then this one has stitches. Yeah, just that. Some enamel dots in here with a mini phrase. This is like just a phrase that says hello darling that I created in there. Again, as you can tell, this page is smaller. It's considerably smaller than the other ones. I like doing that, like different sizes, different kind of pages. I feel like that adds a lot of interest to the album, right? When you're seeing it, it's like you see different things here and there. Same thing, just single picture. Now this one is a flip. I know there's a flip because I add this kind of tabs, and you can see 2 more pages in here. This is Boho Baby collection as well. That one and this one, so cute. There it goes. Now here again, you can tell some pink in here, but then some yellow in here, and it goes very well with the blue on the picture. I love it. I love that. So again, some stitches here and there. Stitches are everywhere on my album. And then in here you can tell it's 2 tags, same size. I went over the edge with my pen just to add some interest. It's just not plain white. And then some stitches in here, and then in the back I have 2 more pictures. But when you put it in, you don't see the picture, so it doesn't feel as saturated as it is, right? Here, oh, this one is a pocket page as well, you can tell. There it goes. Here, these are all the details. And then here I added some stitches as well, as you can tell. Yeah, and then you put it in here. This one goes in here. Alrighty, now here, this page is a vellum, just a plain vellum that I added a picture as well, some stitches. Again, stitches are everywhere, as you can tell. This is just a beautiful picture of a sunset here close to my house, and I love the picture, so I decided to add it in there with just the word beautiful, some hearts, this and that, because the picture itself, it's pretty. When you flip it, you have 2 more pictures of that day, so it's the same day they're here with us. This is the same sunset as you can see in here, it's different lighting. And then my son and my husband on the same spot, okay, with some mini phrases in there. De eso se trata la vida, which if you don't know Spanish, this one means that's what life is about. My little big family, for a lot of times like this one. Yep, and that's it. Alrighty, and then in the back of the vellum paper, I just added this ephemera to cover the piece that is in the back, so this picture, so it doesn't look bad in the back I added, you can add another picture. I didn't have another picture to add on this format. I just added a ephemera, so it covers the front part of it. All right, let's continue. Sorry guys, my little setup in here, as I told you before, I'm new at this, so I'm kind of like, it's a little bit complicated because I don't have the proper equipment and everything. But the important thing was just to start right and show this. All right, this one now, same thing. So my firm right here, picture here. This one is a flip with a pocket. So here you can tell there are more mini pictures in here, like 3x4s. This one goes in this pocket, and then this other picture of me and my son. Super cute. This one has a magnetic closure in here. It's magnetic in here. This one is just a pocket with some acetate. You can pull out the picture and see it. So cute. He was so tiny, so cute. I love it. All right, okay, now this page is 4 different flaps, which I do know that most of these are Boho Baby. I know most of the album is Boho Baby collection from, is it Echo Park? I think it's Echo Park. But I didn't have enough because the album is huge, so I had to add some pieces and paper from my stash, okay? But this one is Boho Baby for sure. So when you open this, let me move it so you see it. You have one more picture in here, same thing. I just added a little scrap of paper from this one so it matches perfectly, and then a black and white picture. I have one more picture in here, same thing, as you can tell. You already saw this one, and then this one in here, and last but not least, this one over here. Okay, so sorry, my spacing here is a little bit limited. So when you open it, it's like 4 different pages, and you have one picture that is working as a pocket as well. I love this picture of the 3 of us, so I just wanted to save like a special place for it because I love it. And then I have 3 more pictures from the same trip. It was a trip that we did to Florida. So 3 more pictures of the same day, you can tell. Now something that I do is, like, you can tell my son has like a little salmony Vanessa. So I try to, the color that is in here, I try to pull it out somewhere here and there, like in here, and then the blue matches pretty well with it, okay? So that's what I do. All of them have stitches everywhere. I love stitching. I love using my sewing machine. I love this one as well. Yeah, and these all 3, they live in here. Okay, so when you close this, it gets completely covered by it, but I know that they're in there. Alrighty, next one. This one is a pocket page as well. So this one has one more page in here. Okay, this one says tú y yo, you and I. Again, pictures of me and my son that I love. With this is Boho Baby for sure. I just kept the page the way that it was and just added pictures in here. And then this one that says handsome, you make my heart smile. I know I did this, like I printed this out. I just typed it on my computer and printed it out. And then this picture, which if I would redo this album, I will get like better quality printing, because I don't know if you can tell, it's probably not, but the quality of the picture is not that good. So I would probably get like a better quality picture in here. Just those details in there. And then this one goes in there with a little ribbon in here. So I know that it's a a pocket page. Okay, this one, very simple black and white page, and I added this flip as well, which has a pocket in here. This is a pocket with a tab and a picture of us. This is one of my very favorite pictures from all the times. I just love the way that he looks in here. He looks so handsome. So freaking handsome. All right, and then this one opens as well. So one more picture of him, and then this ephemera in here as well with a tab. This is 6 months of him. Okay, he was turning 6 months in here. And then you close it with this little piece of thread in there. All right, here what I did, I created a pocket as well with 2 little triangular pieces in here. And I love it because you can actually see the pictures a little bit more because of this angle in here. And it's 3 more pictures of him as well. Some stitches in here. So the ribbon is really hard to stick, to glue it to the cardstock. So what I do is, like, I rather to do just like a stitch in there, so I know that it's not gonna move, it's not gonna go anywhere. Plus it adds some kind of character and some kind of, like, you know, different texture. Even on this one that it's paper, this one is paper, I added stitches in there. Again, pictures and just like a little phrase in there. Super simple, super simple. That's it. And they all live together in here. Okay, which cannot overlap. And that's it. This one also super simple because I feel like we were coming from a lot of stuff in the back. All right, and then we have this other one, which now is red and white. And you have these 4 little squares in here with this heart in the middle, which the heart is a closure. If you open it in here, you have 4 pictures in here, there, and here. Okay, but yeah, there it goes. That one is super simple as well. Yep, sorry, I was trying to see something in the back. Okay, this one is a double pocket. I did not get to use it as a double pocket, but you can use it as a double one. Like, if you want to put one of these pictures here in the front, for example, or maybe this one, it's up to you. Okay, again, I added 2 big tabs with a picture, some enamel dots, and then just some phrases, nothing in the back, and just some ribbon in there, some ribbon, same thing. All right, and then they live in here. This is the tag for the 7 months. Again, this is same thing as the Boohoo Baby collection from Ecopark. And then I just added this big old clip with a piece of ribbon on the top, and I feel like it adds some character and, you know, texture to the album. With this card, this is just a 4x6 card that says I love you, and I feel like it was pretty convenient and handy. All right, we have these 2 pages. It's big, it's like a big old album. Now this one, this is actually acting as a closure. Okay, this is a closure, big old ephemera piece, or like a card that says love you to the moon and back. This is also Boohoo Baby collection with a picture of him in the back, just black cardstock with black and white on top, as you can tell, some stitches on white here and there, picture of him. And this one is the closure of this. Okay, so it has these 2 little pockets in here that when you put this one in here, it's gonna stay closed. Okay, and then when you open it, you have, of course, more pictures. 1, 2 pictures that are pretty similar, these 2 pictures with some ephemera here. And then this big old picture of him as well that I love. I just love the way that he looks. Look at that. So cute. And then this one also opens in here. So you have one more picture from the same day as this one with a tag, but this tag is just acting as ephemera in there. And then you have a pocket in here, with 2 more pictures of him. And look at this, you gotta see this. Oh my god, look at this hair, look at this hair. This is so freaking cute. Look at this. I also like to add some ephemera as a tab. So instead of doing this with the ribbon, this is ribbon, I do some ephemera in there as well. I feel like it's different and it adds some kind of like texture, different kind of textures to it. So you put it like that. This is the way that it looks open. You close this one, you close these 2, and you close it with this one, and that's it. Now next one, as you can tell, I use this one is the one that I found on Hobby Lobby. It's just a regular paper from Hobby Lobby. I use it a lot in this one. This is a 2x3 card from a different collection. I cannot remember what collection is this one. But yeah, the idea of this was to have another pocket in here. You can see this one can work as a pocket as well. I didn't ended up using it as a pocket. Okay, I did not glue it. I ended up stitching in here, down here, so it holds and it's not gonna move. And then you have these 3 cards here, same thing. It's kind of like, you can tell that it repeats. I had these 2 pieces that I stamp and color myself. I have them like over there, so like, okay, why not, I'll use them in here. Nothing in the back. You can add more pictures in here if you want. I did not add it. This one is a pocket made out of vellum, okay, with some stitches. Since it's really hard to glue the vellum, to make it stay and glue it, I'd rather to go over with my sewing machine and then just stitch it. You can add some information of your baby, ephemera, receipts, tickets, something in here. I just didn't have anything to add, so I added one more picture. Okay, love this one. Be you, the world will adjust. I love it. Little monkey in here. And then this one lives in here in this pocket. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble putting it in. Okay, and then one more. Super simple. Just black and white, almost everywhere. Nothing in the back, and that's it. And this one is also pocket. You can tell because it has a ribbon in here. Okay, so this one is a pocket. Super simple. Some ephemera in here. Some phrases. Icons in here. The picture of him, and then layering some different pieces of paper, scraps that I had here and there. In the back, one more picture of him. Same idea. Okay. This one goes in here. There it goes. And then these 3 pages, they live in here. And this other pocket. I love pockets. I love creating like a lot of things here and there to kind of like keep my eye busy and interested. Now I was like, yeah, why not? I can add some pop-ups and different things in here, so I decided to go with this one. I had a lot of pictures, And this one is one of those that you pull from here. Then it's gonna show you all the pictures. And up like this, okay? Do you guys remember when Instagram had this kind of like filters for your pictures? We had so much fun doing it. Look at that cute picture. These are all the kind of pictures. Look at that. And then there's one of me. And then up here I didn't have more pictures to add, so I just added some phrases, ephemera, and stuff like that to complete the look. Same here. This is just a greenish blue piece of paper in the back because this one is already too busy. So this one had to be more plain, a little bit plain. This one I actually wrote it myself. This is my handwriting here. Yeah. And then this one is a pop-up. Look at this. Look at these eyes. Look at this picture of him. Oh my god, I love it. Just says count the stars. I don't know where I got this sticker from, but I feel like it was perfect for the background that I chose. And when you open here, you have 1, 2, 3 pictures, one decoration in there, and then there's one that says your magic. Again, this one is Boho Baby, same thing. Look at this. And then you close it and it goes in there. And then the last 2 pages is this one here, which this one has a diagonal cut in magnets. The clouds actually have a magnet. So I have this piece of paper from somewhere. I can't remember where or what is it. I can't remember the collection, or if it's just like, you know, those pieces of papers that they sell at Joann's or Michael's or stuff. I don't know, but I had this piece of paper that I loved and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to add some clouds in here I have a die that makes these clouds, so I added these clouds. And sorry, look, it's kind of old because you can tell it's already, I need to fix this, but it's okay. And then the clouds as well serve the purpose of a closure, so they have a magnet in the back, so when you open, you can see the magnets are in here. Look, so you open this way and it's gonna give you one more picture in here. Okay, same, lots of black and white. I love it. I love the way that it looks. And then in here, last but not least, I had this illustration from, I think I just got them on Etsy. Like, I paid for a set of illustrations like this. I printed this size, which I love. The illustration is so cute. Look at that. And then I just added with a black marker pen just across, all over the edge of it. And then this one is a flip. You have 2 more pictures of my son with this same black and white paper. That. There it goes. Keep shining, little one. The world needs your light. And that's it. That is the very last one. I did not add anything in the back, but I love the way that it looks, and I hope that you guys love it as well, as much as I do, because I don't know, it's cool to share your passions and the stuff that you love, because I've been following a lot of tutorials and ideas from people probably like me that are out there sharing their videos. So I thought, why not? I can just share mine now, and maybe somebody gets inspired. And if I get to inspire just 1 or 2 people, I think it was worth it. It's worth it, the time that I invested on this. Again, look at this big old chunk book. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me know if you will be interested maybe on a tutorial for an album like this one. I have no problem doing it. one perfect excuse to come to my craft room and start creating as well and sharing it with somebody else, because I don't have a lot of friends in person that like this hobby. I'm probably the only one around here that like it. I don't know a lot of people that like this hobby, so that's another reason why I decided to come up with this channel to share my passions. Thank you so much, guys. It was really good. Thank you for watching my very first video on YouTube. Excuse the trouble that I had, because you know, I'm a newbie, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Eventually this will get better, and I will try to post more videos. Hopefully you like them, and hopefully you get something out of them. Bye bye.